All right, taking a live look here now over uptown Charlotte from our Arlington camera. We're going to talk about this toasty forecast right now that we are ending the work week with, as temperatures are now climbing to around 90 degrees. The humidity, as I said earlier, just ramping up as well. Bringing in Chief Meteorologist Tara Lane to the conversation. Going to be a warm weekend, though, right?
Yes,
but
hot.
Hot, very, very hot and humid. Even hotter, though, next week, right?
Yeah, so we're going to be well into the 90s next week. Here for the past several days, we've only been, say, around the upper 80s, near 90. But yeah, we could be even feeling maybe a dangerous level of heat, too, in some cases. We'll have to just wait and see how high those temperatures end up going, just how much of that sunshine with the storm chances continuing. And once factoring that humidity, we could have those feels-like temps up even above 100 in some cases for a few days next week. So watching for that toasty weekend. Those highs will be up into the lower 90s by the end of the weekend. Looking live over downtown Monroe, and looks like we've had a few wasps flying in front of the camera lens there, but lots of sunshine. As we look here at radar, the only areas of showers and storms that we have in our neck of the woods up toward the higher elevations where the rain is pretty heavy and some isolated strong storms continue to rumble through some of these areas. Once again, north of Banner Elk from far northern Avery County and just to the east of Jefferson, another strong storm where you see that green box. That's where we could still have some lingering, at least minor flooding from the earlier heavy rain from earlier this afternoon. Again, most of the Charlotte Metro, Piedmont, nice and dry, and then we head on down into Chesterfield County. Once again, just like 24 hours ago, we've had some strong storms developing and lifting in from the south. Lots of heavy rain just to the west of Cheraw. So heads up if you live east of Wadesboro and along that stretch of Highway 74, kind of in between there and Rockingham. Some of that stormy weather headed your way. Here's a setup. We've got subtropical high pressure offshore out of the ocean. And so with the clockwise flow around that, we've just got all that humidity and tropical moisture being pushed in, working with the daytime heating ahead of the stalled front, which isn't going to move anywhere anytime soon. And so it just keeps us in the hot and humid zone and leading to that chance of some summertime pop-up scattered storms with the heating of the day. Plenty of, again, heat, warmth out there today, 87 with a light south-southwest wind at about 9. Dew points are still hovering in the muggy low 70s, 86 in Gastonia. We have hit 90 out toward Wadesboro, Rockingham, Lancaster, South Carolina, low and mid 70s up in the higher elevations. If you want to grill out to kick off the weekend, maybe dinner time here this evening, I would say have at it, but you know how it goes. When thunder roars, go indoors. It is possible that we could have that approaching shower or thunderstorm the rest of this evening. Weekend itself, slightly smaller chances of rain. The highest chance will actually continue to be up in the mountains and foothills over the next couple of days or so, with those temperatures heating up into the lower 90s. If you're hitting the lake here this weekend, by the way, water temperatures right around the mid 70s. Not looking too bad. Yes, it's going to be hot. It's going to be humid. Just know that there is that possibility of a shower or thunderstorm. Don't forget that sunscreen, of course, with the UV index up in the high zone at an 8. All right, so let's check out Futurecast for that Charlotte FC match and the night's game this evening. Notice by 8 p.m. it is possible we could get a passing shower, maybe an isolated storm, especially to the north of the Queen City, but it is possible. Just take the poncho just in case, or if you're out and about the rest of this evening here. Before all of that moves out, again, back to some dry time early on Saturday, and notice how the majority of the showers and storms get going mainly up in the higher elevations and down a little bit through the foothills tomorrow afternoon. Most of the area is dry. We could see a few more of those advancing into the Charlotte Metro by the end of the day on Sunday. So the mountain forecast is what I was talking about. Higher rain chances, storm chances here with the extra lift with the higher terrain Monday and Tuesday. Likely some more dry time and more areas of sunshine with temperatures starting to heat up there in the high country, up around the lower 80s. Rainfall forecast, again, with that higher rain chance, storm chance in the mountains. That's where we're likely going to be tracking some of those higher totals, up to an inch or two. Even some locally higher totals possible, not quite as much down across the Piedmont and the foothills. So there's those hotter temperatures next week, low and mid 90s with those daily chances of afternoon and evening storms.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.